सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यां तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Number 30 onwards. प्रवृत्तिञ्च निवृत्तिञ्च
प्रवृत्तिञ्च निवृत्तिञ्च
कार्याकार्ये भयाभये
कार्याकार्ये भयाभये
बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेत्ति
बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेत्ति
बुद्धिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी।
बुद्धिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी
यया धर्ममधर्मं च
यया धर्ममधर्मं च
कार्यं चाकार्यमेव च
कार्यं च कार्यमेव च
अयथावत् प्रजानाति
अयथावत् प्रजानाति
बुद्धिः सा पार्थ राजसी।
बुद्धिः सा पार्थ राजसी
अधर्मं धर्ममिति या
अधर्मं धर्ममिति या
मन्यते तमसा वृता
मन्यते तमसावृता
सर्वार्थान् विपरीतान् च
सर्वार्धान् विपरीतान् च
बुद्धिः सा पार्थ तामसी।
बुद्धिः सा पार्थतामसी
धृत्या यया धारयते
धृत्या यया धारयते
मनः प्राणेन्द्रियक्रियाः
मनः प्राणेन्द्रियक्रियाः
योगेनाव्यभिचारिण्या
योगेनाव्यभिचारिण्या
धृतिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी।
धृतिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी
यया तु धर्मकामार्थान्
यया तु धर्मकामार्थान्
धृत्या धारयते अर्जुन
धृत्या धारयतेऽर्जुन
प्रसङ्गेन फलाकाङ्क्षी
प्रसङ्गेन फलाकाङ्क्षी
धृतिः सा पार्थ राजसी।
धृतिः सा पार्थ राजसी
यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं
यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं
विषादं मदमेव च
विषादं मदमेव च
न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधाः
न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधाः
धृतिः सा पार्थतामसि.
धृतिः सा पार्थतामसी.
So we have to resume from number 35, where the topic of Dhritihi is continuing, which started in verse number 33. Satviki Dhritihi, 33. 34, Rajasi Dhritihi. Dhritihi means willpower, the drive to do things. And at 35 now, Tamasi Dhritihi. So Krishna is highlighting the things that are needed for a human being to be happy. Okay? Initially, just Laukika happiness, for a sane life, for a life that is will give contentment to the person. And in our context, these things are essential in order to gain that antakarna shuddhi and then moksha. So, dhritihi, tamasi dhritihi, swapnam, bhayam, shokam, vishadam, madam. You can already see one who avoids any kind of activity. Okay? He is constantly, that person is embroiled in these emotions. Okay? So, na vimunchati, does not give up. Look at that, two words in the second half of the line of the shloka. Na vimunchati, does not give up. What this person does not give up? Swapnam. Swapnam means both daydreaming and night dreaming. Both. He likes night swapna. I think it's there. You can't stop it. But daydreaming also, swapnam, all fantasies will all be there. He doesn't give up this whatever he wants to think of. All thinking only. Simply, I want to do this. I wish I had done that. I wish you had done that. That also, you had done that. Okay. So all that is swapnam. It's all in the category of swapnam. I could have done it. I missed the boat. Something, all kinds of imaginations. So there is no Jagrad Avastha to this guy. Jagrad Avastha is meant to do stuff, to, to, to make a life, to help ourselves. No, that person is not ready for that yet. Swapnam. Swapnam na vimunchati. Does not give up imagining stuff. Okay? Bhayam. Bhayam. Swamiji says, hey, you tell him, come on, why didn't you do something? Why didn't you do something? Why are you just sitting around? He says, what if I fail? Now, how do you help that person? Please tell me. You are a counselor, okay? Somebody says, no, suppose I fail. Suppose I go to the bus, okay? And suppose there is an accident. Correct? Very true. Legitimate concern is there. He's very concerned about his life and his family also. So, very true only. Like this, if he argues, what can you do? So, constantly in fear of what might happen. And fear of failure also is there. So, instead of you ask, there's something, I don't know if it is true or not. Isaac Newton was asked you why you failed 1,000 times or something like that. He said, no, I did not fail 1,000 times. I know 1,000 ways not to make a bulb, is what he said. So that's how knowledgeable I am. That's what he said, it seems. So that's inspiring, very inspiring. So somebody said success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Arey, wow, what a statement. Okay, that's what is success. And because you know why that is success? Because there is no such thing called success. There is no destination called success. There is no place you can go and say, ah, finally I'm successful. Because things are constantly changing, constantly changing. There's no such thing called success, quote unquote. But all there is success is only self-discovery. But still, instead of getting inspired by these kinds of visions of success, this guy says things like, oh, what if I fail? You know, and, uh, and then he concludes, if I don't do anything, I can never fail. Like that, he will conclude. And that's the end of it. So, so bhayam. That's why kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasyashalini deshoyam kshoba rahitaha sajjanaha brahmanaha santu nirbhayaha. Brahmanas must be free from fear of speaking the truth. We're all suffering today to a large extent because we became the thinking people of the society, gave up speaking the truth, instead went for something else. Probably says that. And so we have to be careful. But all there is somebody who can speak the truth fearlessly. That's what the shloka says. May the person be fearless. People who are in search of truth must be fearless in all situations. They must be able to think about all the things, not just Brahma Vidya. Okay? What is good for a person, for a student to do next? College graduate, what should you do next? Must be able to offer some words of advice. Go talk to that person. This professor, go talk to him. I put him, I may not know much about colleges, but at least find out what is the right thing for this boy to do. Guidance. So Nirbhayaha, for that, to say the right thing at the right time, one must be fearless. So Bhayam, this guy, na vimunchati, he is always fearful. Shokam na vimunchati. Shokam. Shokam is the direct consequence of all these things. Dukkham. Dukkham. Na vimunchati. Because karta is inactive. Kartrutvam is there for every human being. Kartrutvam is not being used at all. And so tamas constantly. And so, but bhokta is there. You can't silence the bhokta. The bhokta will experience. What can bhokta experience? Shokam. That's all. So that is why activity is the best antidote for this kind of depression and dullness and laziness and wrong thinking, negative thinking and all. Just give that person a lot of work to do. That's it. They won't have time to do all this negative thinking. Best solution. And so, shokam na vimunchati, vishadam na vimunchati. Vishadam is worse than shokam. I think depression and all we should bring in this category of vishadam. Vishadam is just spiraling down, spiraling down. So Arjuna Vishada Yogaha. Arjuna himself had succumbed to Vishadam. Arjuna himself. And so, what to talk of people in general? And so, being impacted, victimized by moods. Swamiji, Paramathanandaji quotes Swami Dayanandaji. It seems Dayanandaji calls these moody people as Buddhas. Buddhas, it seems. A different kind of Buddha. And so, Shankaracharya says, Avasanna Bhava. Avasanna Bhava. Vishadam. Means what? All this low, emotionally weak, dispirited, and just down, melancholy, emotionally deprived, spent, that kind of bhava is called this Vishadam. And Vishadam. Sanskrit students should ask, what is the root of this word Vishadaha? Any guesses? Sabde.
Is it wish?
Shraddha. Shraddha. Shraddha.
V is a prefix. So V ko chhod do.
Shraddha.
Sad.
Shad. Shan.
Sad. Sad. S-A-D. Sad.
Okay.
Sad. And if I say Sad, you should immediately tell me something. What is that?
Upanishad.
Upanishad.
Upanishad. Upanishad, same root, sad root. Sad in Kathopanishad is Visharanagati avasadanartheshu. Visharana means destruction, their destruction of ignorance. Upanishad. Gati avasadaneshu. Avasadaneshu, their loosening. Loosening means even that Nachiketa asked for that particular yaga with which people can go to heaven. Why they want to go to heaven? For some relaxation only. For peace of mind only, we want to go to heaven, right? And so that is called Visharana. Loosening of samsara. Here also, sad means loosening, weakening. Opposite meaning it is. Weakening. Same sense, but here, dilution. Dilution of drive. Emotionally become weak. That is called Vishadaha. Anyway, that is by the way. All right. Madameva cha na vimunchati. Madam. Madam. So this madam is a very interesting word. It has some 10 to 15 meanings. If you look at the dictionary, you'll get confused. Because love, desire, everything is called madam also. Aggression is also called madam. The very pudichi, very means what? This angry, angrily aggressive. That is dangerous. And so that also is called madam. Okay. So this guy can have, even though this guy is tamas driven, tamas is governing his life. This person, will suddenly you will see him active, sense desire driven activity. Suddenly he will be missing in action. What is where did he go? He's gone to get a bottle, get a quarter. That is the thing. You can't stop this fellow. This guy is suddenly in the night time he becomes nocturnal. When everybody is sleeping, he becomes active. This is called Madan. Called Madan. And Swamiji says something very, very painful. He said this. Our Brahmins at least in Tamil Nadu, they used to have land property. They used to run patashalas and things like that. They were the upholders of this Vedic dharma. And then what happened after British time and all, during British time and afterwards, had all this property, did not study, stopped studying after 10th class, and then sat at home, and they have big, big homes, and then sat and played cards all day long. I was witness to it. My summer vacations were spent in this kind of environment. I didn't know anything. We used to enjoy as children. But this is what they used to do. And then chew pan. This is what they used to do. Brahmins used to do this. Can you believe it? No wonder we are suffering today. We are all trying to find out where the land is. Land is gone. Everything is gone. All mlechas have taken over everything. Swamiji says this. In this context, he is saying, Veda Padashala, one mantra, I have not heard them chanting. One mantra. Sahana Vavatu, I did not hear. That's how bad they became. And keep on talking about others and ill-treat people, ill-treat workers. I saw it with my own eyes. What to do? So, got a bad name in the process. Now we are struggling to prove that we are all not bad people. What to do? That's how it is. And so now living in the mercy of all people, government, we are living in the mercy. Other people who are supposed to serve, we are in the mercy of their people also. They've become just napumsaks. Like that, Swamiji is talking. So anyway, Madam. So no dharma, no artha, no kama. Therefore, no moksha also. That is called Madam. Na vimunchati. Dhurmedaha. A person with a perverted intellect. Medaha. Meda Shakti. The mind is so powerful. So powerful. And so it has to be used in a particular way in different times. And so Durmedaha. Dukhena means not used properly. Just used in wrong directions. Perverted thinking. Completely perverted. And so addictions, sensory pleasures drive this person. So that person will have the capacity to convince others to do the things he is doing. That is Durmeda. Like the Charvaka people, Yavat Jivet, Sukham Jivet, Granam Kritva, Gritam Pibet. He'll say, is this the life to lead? Getting up in the morning and having porridge without salt and all that? Is this the type of life? You think God made you to have all these sprouted beans and porridge? You can't even enjoy. You have a tongue. Do you have a tongue or not? Yes, I do. Do you like good stuff or not? Yeah, I do like good stuff. Then why are you depriving yourself of good stuff? Why am I depriving myself? You will get a doubt afterwards. Correct? Good, very logical he is. You have money to buy one more car? Yeah, I have money to buy one more car. Why don't you buy? Let her enjoy. Let you also enjoy. What is this one car, one motorcycle, and all that? What kind of life? Is this a life to lead? Like that, he'll convince you also. So this is all Durmeda, Durbuddhi. And so Dhritissa Partha Tamasi. This kind of Dhriti, even to call it Dhriti, I'm a bit shy. But Krishna is saying Dhriti. There is some willpower this guy has. To say I will not do anything, you need some willpower, I'm going to sit in front of the TV all day long. To say that you need some willpower, right? Because there are people around, they are doing work and they are looking at you. You have to say something. So there is some willpower needed. And so that is Tamasi Dhritihi. And so Satvika Dhritihi, Rajasi and Tamasi Dhritihi. Tamas, give up. There is no, now that he has defined what tamas is, we know what tamas is. Give up tamas completely. Rajas is needed. Material possessions I want to acquire, that's needed in order to counter all this tamas. And then slowly use that to get better. And then from sakama, slowly go towards nishkama. And then satviki dhritihi. Use that willpower to study the shastram. That is the journey here. So let's translate the shloka. That resolve by which the one whose thinking is improper, that resolve by which the one whose thinking is improper does not give up excess sleep. Does not give up excess. Excess is in brackets. Okay? Does not give up sleep is wrong, right? Right. Not give up excess sleep. Fear, sorrow, depression, and intoxication. Fear, sorrow, depression, and intoxication is tamasa, Arjuna.
Really, where is Swapnam in this?
Uh-huh.
Swapnam word is not like
Sleep.
Sleep only.
Sleep.
No, Swapnam is isn't it dream?
Yeah, literally it is dream. Correct. So here anything. Tamasi. Here sleep. Swamiji is translating that as. That resolve by which the one whose thinking is improper does not give up excess sleep, fear, sorrow, depression, and intoxication is tamasa, Arjuna. Next shloka. We'll read the next two together. Sukham Tvidanim Trividham.
सुखं त्विदानीं त्रिविधम्
Shruну me Bharatarshabha.
शृणु मे भरतर्षभ
Abhyasat Ramate Yatra.
अभ्यासाद्रमते यत्र
कान्तं च निगच्छति
दुःखान्तं निगच्छति
यत्तदग्रे विषमिव
यत्तदग्रे विषमिव
परिणामे मृतोपमम्
परिणामे मृतोपमम्
तत्सुखं सात्विकं प्रोक्तम्
तत्सुखं सात्विकं प्रोक्तम्
आत्मबुद्धिप्रसादजम्.
आत्मबुद्धिप्रसादजम्.
Yeah. So the reason we read this together is because he's saying that I'm going to tell you about the next topic. Moving on to the next topic called Sukham, which appears in the 37th shloka. That is Sukham. That Sukham is the next topic. Moving on from Dhritihi. And he also mentioned it here in the first word of the 36th shloka. Sukham tu idani trividam. So, hey Bharatarishava, and that Satvikam Sukham explanation begins in that shloka itself, 36 and ends in 37. That's why we read both of them together. Okay, let's see. Bharatarishava, hey Arjuna, hey the greatest among the, the, the lineage of Pandavas, Bharatarishava, Bharatas. Shrunu, listen, may Shrunu, listen to me. Idanim, now, Idanim means now. Adhuna, Idanim, Sukham Trividam. Sukham also, I'm going to give you another topic called Sukham. That also is Trividam. I'm going to divide it into three categories: Satvikam, Rajasam, and Tamasam Sukham. And listen to me about that. That's what he's saying. Because Sukham, happiness, is instinctive. It is not learned. It's not learned. Many other things that we talked about also. It comes to us. A child knows to seek happiness. That is instinctive. Nobody has to tell the child, you should not, when you have stomach pain, you should tell me. No. Later on also it comes. When the ability to bear the pain comes, that time only they give that advice. You should tell, you should go to the doctor when you have pain like this. You can't suppress it. You can't bear it too much like this. Bearing is good, but you have to understand that. Tell the doctor that you have pain like that. But so here Sukham is instinctive. The search for Sukham, seeking Sukham is instinctive. And but then Krishna is indicating even Sukham, you have to decide what type of Sukham you want. And I'll tell you the three types of Sukham. That's the indication. And so now Satvikam Sukham explanation begins with these words. Abhyasat ramate yatra. From the second half, it's beginning. From the first sloka, number 36. Yatra dukkhantam cha nigacchati. Abhyasat ramate. One who enjoys ramate, one who gains, one who discovers joy by repeated practice, abhyasa. Abhyasat ramate. Because he's going to talk about Satvikam Sukham. Okay. How does he conclude this? He says, Tat Sukham Satvikam Proktam. In 37, he's going to say that. And so Satvikam Sukham. So you need some abhyasa, he says. There are certain things which you have to work for. Okay. Simple things, even food. If you want to have nutritious food, you have to learn, you have to push yourself a little bit. Okay. Somebody said they are going to have a liver transplant. So that person has completely stopped having salt. Some connection is there. He has BP and all that. But now he's saying, I'm just give up. The doctor has asked me to give up salt completely. How difficult it will be, right? Abhyasa, so much abhyasa is needed. And for certain things which you want, certain things that are normal. Okay? And so, abhyasat ramate. So this guy went to the doctor. Went to the doctor and the doctor assessed him and said, yeah, you have a fungal infection and you're also diabetic, okay, at least borderline diabetic. And you are saying that you are feeling, you get sick very often. Your immunity also is a little low. We need to work on these three things. And so, but you know what? I'm going to give you only one medicine for all these three. Or just one medicine. Fungal infection, immunity boosting, and this other one. Okay, diabetes. All one medicine. I thought diabetes, you will say morning you take this medicine, afternoon before lunch you should take this, night you should take this. And then fungal infection is different, obviously. What is the connection between fungal infection and diabetes? So then so he was looking at the doctor like this. Really? He was so happy and very pleasantly surprised. So he looked at it. Then the doctor told him what that medicine is. And after that also he was looking at the doctor like this. Because the doctor said, every morning you get up and have Karela juice. Karela juice means bitter gourd juice. Bitter gourd juice. He's thinking like this, he's looking because bitter gourd, either you love it or you hate it. There are generally you won't find people in between, people are not there. So and so he's thinking, my God, even after it's fried to the limit, and after putting jaggery and good and all that, making it sweet, still I can't take this Karela, bitter gourd. Now you are telling me raw? Did he say raw bitter gourd? Grind it, remove the seeds, and then drink a juice? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Its benefits are, it can give you vitamin A, B, C, D, E through Z, it can give you. And then on top of that, it fights fungal infections and boosts your immunity also. Diabetes, though, you don't have to worry. Because borderline diabetes, it will work on you. Abhyasat ramate. Doctor must have told him, Abhyasat ramate Arjuna, like that, Viveka, like that, he should have said, I think. So, Abhyasa is needed for all these things.
In
He should have
sixth
said
chapter
something
it is
like,
mentioned, Guruji. In sixth chapter.
what is that shloka? Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Correct. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. This is possible by abhyasa. And so, doctor must have said, hey, even the pills I'm going to give, doctors give also is bitter only. Yes or no? Bitter only it is. So, what is the difference between Karela and this? No, but the bitter pills, I don't grind and paste and I don't taste it. I just swallow it. And then swallow. Oh. Anyway, so then somebody will come up with a nice Karela pill. Then all of us will buy Karela pill. And then that fellow will become a millionaire quickly. And then here, pills are being swallowed. Anyway,
Garlic pills are there. Garlic pills.
garlic pills.
And fish oil pill. Omega.
Yatra. Yatra. So yatra means in that gain of sukham, in that kind of gain of sukham, which is abhyasat praptam, right? Yasmin sukhanubhave, dukkhantam nigacchati. Dukkhantam nigacchati. One experiences the end of sorrow. One gains. Nigacchati means what? Not going, coming. Gacchati means prapnoti here. Nigacchati means nischayena prapnoti. Definitely gains. Definitely accomplishes what? Dukkhantam. Dukkasya antam. The end of sorrow. That is the general guideline Krishna is giving here. And so, Sattvika is going to tell further, right? And Satvikam Sukham. Yeah, Abhyasa. These kinds of things which takes some effort. Coming to Gita class takes effort. All of you have discovered that takes effort. And so, everything takes effort. But the joy that comes afterwards is what? It's not sensory pleasure at all. No sense is involved in this. Only buddhi sense is involved. Sense means this sense is involved, no doubt. But I mean sensory, that sense is not involved. So prasada buddhi is there. Sukham nigacchati. Ishwararpana buddhi. Sukham nigacchati. Panchamahayajna. Sukham nigacchati. It all requires effort, deliberate effort is needed for all these things. And so, Shastra, Shravanam must give Sukham. Must give Sukham. Sukham Nigachati. Jnanam also gives Sukham. All these things give Sukham. And what kind of Sukham it is? Satvikam Sukham. Because none of the Sukham is from external sources, which requires the operation of sense organs. So, nothing external. No stimulus involved in this. And that's why others will wonder, how come this guy is happy? How come you're happy? You're not going on a vacation. You're not eating this and that. You're sitting in the same place. And how can you be happy? So they will have sympathy to the person. They will sympathize with people like that, right? So we should take him somewhere. We should help him because they also sympathize means automatically compassion will come. What can we do? I think we have to just drag him out of the house and then do something. Okay, so that Atma Jnana inspired Ananda is that kind of Sukham, and so just sheer understanding gives that Sukham. Somebody uses the word sheer understanding, and Nahi Jnanina Sadrisham. Today morning we saw that, and so just pure understanding of what's what, Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, Abheda, Drishti. That's the beauty of this, and so. And that Sukham, it never goes away. It's a Sukham that cannot be lost. Every other thing, you need more and more material for me to be happy. More and more resources are needed. But yahan par to aisa nahi hai. Whatever is understood is there with me forever. I can even share it. And when I share it, I don't lose it. Na chora haryam, na na chora haryam, na raja haryam, na bhatrabhajyam, etc. That's a beautiful shloka. I think all of you know. Na bharakari. No thief can steal this knowledge. No king means the government, can tax me and steal away my knowledge. Everything else they can take, but not my knowledge. Na
ये
bhrat-
कृते वर्तते एव नित्यम्
na bhatrabhajyam. So this sibling rivalry is there. Don't think it is there only when they are child and all. After becoming big also, they are fighting. For what?
Sharda Bhagini's grandson explained the shlokam.
That day I
Recently.
forwarded that.
Very sweetly he said, தம்பிக்கெல்லாம் கொடுக்க வேண்டாம். Something like that he said. Very sweetly he said.
That young boy, he's hardly 3 or 4, and he is the one explaining what the meaning of this particular Shubhashit. Vyaye krute vardhate eva. If you spend this knowledge, then what happens to that knowledge? It only grows. It only grows. And so, Vidyadhanam Sarvadhana Pradhanam. And it is there. So, all Satvikam Sukham. This kind of a pursuit, the Sukham gained from this kind of a pursuit is called Sukham, which is what he says next. Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. So, jump, born off. Prasada here means the same thing which it meant somewhere some time ago. We read a shloka which had the same word prasada. What is the shloka? Prasade sarva dukkhana hanirasyopajayate. Comes in the second chapter towards the end. 266, 7, 8, 9, something like that. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanihi asya upajayate. Prasanna chetasokyasu buddhi paryavatishtate. Like that we saw that. Same word, same meaning. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani. Means in Atma, Atma Buddhi, when I enjoy, means when I enjoy mind that inquires into the self, then magic happens. All along, Anatma Buddhi I had. Now I have what is called Atma Buddhi, which is thinking about the self, which is thinking about the universe. And universe and self become connected afterwards. That's the beauty. And so that gives what is called prasada, which is called tranquility. Mind becomes calm first. Mind becomes calm. Second chapter, he says, prasade sarva dukkanam hani. Then that calm mind will enjoy the cessation of sorrow. Like that, he had said there. Same thing here also. Atma buddhi prasadajam, born of that tranquility that comes from inquiry into Atma. Okay, very interesting.
65.
Well, connected.
265.
265, right. Connected to that. And what about this kind of pursuit? Yat tad agre vishamiva. Agre, in the beginning, this pursuit is painful. It's like drinking poison, it seems. Visham. Visham means poison. Means I don't know where I'm going, And I start blaming my karma and all, right? Because I don't know Bhagavad Gita and all. I thought some magic is going to happen. No magic is happening. And on top of that, he's there saying Ragadvesho, Vyavasthito and all that. I got scared at studying the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is warning. Indriyasya indriyasyarte Ragadvesho Vyavasthito. Payorna Vashamagachet. Don't come under this spell. Till now I was enjoying life. Now suddenly I'm scared after studying Bhagavad Gita. No. So all these problems I had. So that is what Vishamiva, Agre. Initially it's hard. Because there is no instant gratification. That's a problem. Problem is instant gratification. And so Abhyasa and all that. Very difficult Abhyasa. That's why we have to be in as a group. That group study is so important. It helps. It just reinforces and it makes it easier for us to travel that journey. That's why they travel when they go to various places like Ayodhya, Rameshwaram and all. They used to go in groups. That difficulty is not felt. Because you have to sleep in places that you don't like. Mosquitoes are there all over. And water, we don't know. Somebody will get sick. All these problems will be there. It's a difficult thing. Those days at least. These days going to Ayodhya is different. I don't know. The old Ayodhya is gone. But I just give an example. So north and all, if you want to go to Badrinath, Char Dham and all, you have to mentally make yourself. So, abhyasat ramate. Then what? Pariname amrutopamam. Initially, vishamiva, very difficult. It's like poison. Vishamiva, vishasamam, vishasadrisham. Vishama sadrisham asti, initially, agre, arambakale. And now, later on, pariname, what happens? In time, what happens? Amritopamam, it is like nectar, it says. Amrita is nectar. Which is something that everybody is supposed to like. It's called nectar. See, the one good thing about the word Amrita is you can't say honey and all. Because not everybody can like honey. Some people might say, oh, I hate honey. What is this? It's like honey, suppose he had said. Then somebody will say, I know, I hate honey. What do you mean it like honey means I don't want all this. So you can't give that kind of an example. Nobody has had Amritam, so nobody can even guess what it is. So in our mind, we know Amritam means what? That which everybody likes. Called Amritam. Okay, immortality is one meaning of that. And so here it means nectar. There is this nectar of immortality and all they say in English. So that kind of thing which everybody likes. That is what is called Amritam here. Amrita Upamam. Upamam means what? Upamam means like Amrita Samam. Amrita Samam. Upama. Where did we see the word Upama?
Upama Kalidasasya.
Okay, that is one. In Kalidasas we saw that. Then what else? In Gita also we saw it. Somewhere we saw. Sopamasprita.
Nengate Sopamasprita.
Huh?
Nengate Sopamasprita.
Nengate Sopamasprita. Talking about the mind. That dhyanam. And dhyanam, when one gets that nishtha in dhyanam, then it is like the flame, which is when there's no wind, there's no movement of air. Sopamasprita.
Atmaupamyena sarvatra. That is also.
Okay. Okay, same thing. Very good. The upama. Upama means what? Example, a simile, an analogy. It's called upama. So here, amrita upama, it is like, for our purposes, it's like amrita. Pariname. When I get used to that discipline, then it becomes like amritam. The sukham is like amritam. That's Krishna is saying. That sukham, satvikam, proktam. That kind of sukham which is born of this atma viddhi. So vidyanandaha. So there is a chapter in Panchadashi. Yoganande Vidyanandaha, something like that. So anyway, that sukham satvikam proktam. Let's translate this. Two shlokas we're going to translate. 36 and 37. Listen to me now, Arjuna. Listen to me now, Arjuna, the foremost in the clan of Bharata. The foremost in the clan of Bharata. About the threefold happiness. That in which one discovers joy that in which one discovers joy by repeated practice. Repeated practice. Swamiji says within brackets of meditation. That in which one discovers joy by repeated practice of meditation and gains the end of sorrow.
Please repeat gains, Guruji.
Gains the end of sorrow in cessation of sorrow. Which in the beginning is like poison. Which in the beginning is like poison. And is like nectar when there is transformation. And is like nectar when there is transformation.
Can you repeat what you said last, please?
Is like nectar when there is transformation. Comma. That happiness is called sattvika. Comma. Born of the clarity of self-knowledge. Born of the clarity of self-knowledge. Let's read that again.
So in short, Nididhyasanam, no Guruji?
Right, right.
In short, yeah.
Nididhyasanam literally is the end, but we can even the journey towards Nididhyasanam also we can include here. The journey all of us are going through also. Satvikam Sukham comes under that category. Listen to me now, Arjuna, the foremost in the clan of Bharata, about the threefold happiness. that in which one discovers joy by repeated practice of meditation and gains the end of sorrow, which in the beginning is like poison and is like nectar when there is transformation. That happiness is called sattvika, born of the clarity of self-knowledge.
That is Atma Buddhi Prasad.
Correct. So here Swamiji is saying prasada is equal to clarity. Earlier I said tranquility. So both are similar. Next shloka. Number 38. Vishayendriya sanyogat
विषयेन्द्रियसंयोगात्
yattadagre mrutopamam
यत्तदग्रे मृतोपमम्
pariname vishamiva
परिणामे विषमिव
tatsukam rajasam smritam.
तत्सुखं राजसंस्मृतम्.
Right. So similar words are there here. Amrutopamam is there. Pariname is there. Vishamiva. So previously, Pariname Amrutopamam. Here, Pariname Vishamiva. Previously, Yattadagre Vishamiva. Here, Yattadagre Amrutopamam. So this Amrita and Visham are switched, they've traded places. For this Rajasam Sukham. Okay. So you can guess what this is. Agre, this kind of Sukham, which is what? Vishayendriya Sanyogat. Sanyoga. Sanyoga means the contact. Contact. Between what? Vishaya and Indriya. Sense organs are there, Indriyani. And then Tesham Vishayan. Vishayan are there. The objects which contact the sense organs. That's all it is. Vishaya Indriya sense. Sanyogat. And so this, when you say Indriya and Vishaya, where will you go? What comes to your mind? What comes to
विषयानि निवर्तन्ते
Nidaharasya Dehinaha. Yeah. So, but the definition of Vishaya and Indriya and all, where did it came about? The Indriyas?
Dhyayato
Definition. Yeah. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha is there. Correct. There also Vishaya comes. And then, how many Indriyas are there? Then the Tattvabodha. Tattvabodha. Shrotram, Sparsham, Chakshuhu, Rasana, Granam. Iti Pancha Indriyani. Then he says, then he explains, hey, Devata is also there. Shrotrasya Dig Devata, Tvacho Vayuhu, Chakshusha Suryaha, Rasanayaha,
Varunaha,
this one, Granasya,
Ashvino.
Next, he talks about Vishaya. Shrotrasya Vishayaha, Shabdagrahanam, Shabdagrahanam. That's what he says. Then Tvacho Vishayaha,
Sparsha.
Sparsha.
Chakshusho Vishayaha,
Rupa.
Rupagrahanam, Rasanayaha Vishayaha,
Rasa.
Rasagrahanam, Granasya Vishayaha,
Gandha.
Gandha.
Gandhagrahanam. That's it. Shabda and this one. Shrotra and Shabda Sanyogat. Tvacha and Sparsha Sanyogat. Chakshuhu and Rupa Sanyogat. That is the meaning of Vishayendriya Sanyogat.
In Kathopanishad, we came across Maithunat, no? The joining of sense, subject and the sense organ.
Okay.
Yeni Rupam Rasam Gandham, Sabdan Sparshan Cha Maithunan.
Sabdan Sparshan Cha Maithunan. Okay. Yeah, that also is there. Correct. So that contact there he is talking about as Maithuna. Right. Very good. So, Earlier also in the 5th chapter he said, Bhagavad Gita, Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. Right? 5:22. If you want, you can make a note of it. Samsparshaja bhoga. He exactly talks about this. All experiences born of sensory contact. Samsparshaja bhoga. Okay. They are all dukkha yonaya. You think they give joy to you, but they're all, the dukkha is just a seed. It is like planting a seed of dukkha for each of those experiences seeds. Dukkha yonayaha evate. Why? Because adyantavantah kaunteya. No experience is permanent. When you say I got this experience, there will be a time when that experience will go away also. And what kind of sorrow you will have when the experience goes away? Proportional to the joy you had when the experience came. That's what he's saying. That is what it is. Adyantavantah kaunteya. Nateshu ramate buddhaha. No, that is not the thing in which wise people dwell in, crave for, etc. He had said there. Adhyayate vishayan pumsaha also, you know. Good. So, yattad agre amrutopamam. This kind of Vishaya Sukha, agre amrutopamam. In the beginning, it is like nectar. It's very delectable, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. And so, pariname vishamiva. See, agre can mean two things. Okay? It can mean in the beginning. In the beginning, when you say, suppose we all go to the ice cream party and then have some ice cream. Everybody enjoyed. You had vanilla, they had some orange flavor, this person had something else, butter, etc. Then again, everybody says, this is not enough. Hey, you had only vanilla, you should have this chocolate ice cream. Then they say, okay, Friday night anyway. Right? So, okay, time is there. Time is in your hands only. So, chocolate ice cream. Okay, you take chocolate. Now you should take butter pecan. Now you should take vanilla. Then everybody goes for a second round. Third round also got completed. Okay. Fourth round. Then what? Fifth round? Somebody is going to say, no, this is it. I'm up till here. But I thought you liked ice cream. Yeah, I liked ice cream. It's a past tense. I liked ice cream. Now I don't like ice cream. Later on, I might like ice cream again.
Idanim vishamiva.
Idanim vishamiva. No way. If I have one more spoon,
அளவுக்கு மிஞ்சினால் அமிர்தமும் விஷம்.
If you cross the threshold, then what is amritam? What is that? Medicine also can become visham, can become poison. And so nectar also can become poison. What she's saying. And so that is one meaning of agre, just short span of time. But agre can also mean the beginning of life. This is how it's like amrita. And as the clock ticks and as one ages, then it becomes poison. That what habit did not hurt me when I was 20 years old. Now when I am 60, 70, 80, 90, it's hurting me. That also.
But agree means next also, na Jaykumarji?
Agre means immediate next. Immediate next means beginning. That is, in this context.
Earlier only, no? Agre pashyami tejo nibud. In front or earlier.
Right. So agre here means beginning. But yeah, agre gachamaha means let's move from this topic to the next topic. Let's move from this shloka to the next shloka. Agre. Keep moving kind of thing. Anyway, there's more to talk about here. We'll come back and then conclude this shloka. Okay? Pariname, Vishamiva, etc. आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्. काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः सज्जनाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಜಯಕುಮಾರ್ ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.